Good morning, my dear students. I hope you all are doing well. So, continuing with the last class of our general English, let's start today's class. Alright, so for today, you take out page number 36. That is, we were doing the landscape of the soul, and the last part of this chapter, that is, that is there in 36. So, in the last class, we did discuss about, the difference between the Chinese painting and European painting, that was being shown by the writer. All right, so definitely we come to know about that. Now, continuing with that part, let's start today's part, that is page number 36, first paragraph itself. So now see what it says here. This concept is expressed as shan shui, literally mountain water, which used together represent the word landscape. Now, through all this chapter, we have been studying, we have been knowing about the landscape, that plays a vital role in Chinese view of art, all right, in Chinese painting. Now, when we say the word landscape, it has got some literal meaning, all right, in the culture and tradition of China. The Chinese people, they use this word landscape in order to express shan shui. Now you must be heard, I think you must have heard the word shan shui. All right, so we have been using various kinds of decorative pieces and all, at our homes and all, which we refer to as shan shui and all that. So it has got some basic spiritual thing that is actually attached with those kinds of decorative pieces. All right, so whatever it is, we will not go that much in detail. Now whatever is being said here, whatever is being mentioned here, we will go through that part only. All right, so what did it say? That shan shui, literally mountain water. So the term shan shui, it means mountain water, all right, which used together. Now mountain and water, so when both these words are used together, they represent the word landscape. All right, because we know that when a painter, when an artist draws a landscape, what did he do? He paints and draws sceneries of mountain, sceneries of water flowing from the mountain. All right, then also like the environmental scenery and all that. So that is what it is, a part of that thing. All right, that is landscape. So more than two elements of an image. Now here we find that there are two elements that are being combined together, that is mountain and water. So that is what it says, that more than two elements of an image, these represent two complementary poles. Now when we say about mountain and water, in their custom, in their tradition, it actually represents two complementary poles. All right, two poles which complement each other. Now if I say about complementing thing, contrasting thing, we can say in terms of color, we say that black and white. All right, so black and white, these two colors are complementing colors, these are contrasting colors. All right, similarly yellow pink, all right, yellow blue, these all are what? They are different colors, but they complement each other. All right, so that is what it says, that complementary poles, this word, that is the landscape, that is mountain, water, represent. All right, so reflecting the Taoist view of the universe. Now the Tao, the term Tao, I think this word we got in the earlier part also, I guess. So if you see here, earlier also we got this word Tao, a word that means both the path or the method and the mysterious work of the universe. All right, that is what it says in the earlier part. Now let's see what does it say. That Taoist view of the universe. So this is some kind of philosophical view that Chinese people, they uphold and they stick to this view. All right, they stick to this form of philosophy in their life. All right, so what does it say? See, the mountain is yang, Now we come to know mountain and water. Now what does the mountain represent? Mountain is yang. Now yang, this word is, that is in Chinese word, reaching vertically towards heaven. All right, remember this thing. When we say about yang, yang is vertical, all right, which represents heaven. Stable, and this is stable, warm and dry in the sun. Now this is the features of yang. All right, these are the features of yang, that is mountain. While the water, mountain, water. So what are the, if question comes, what are the features and characteristics of yang, then what will you write? That is, it reaches vertically towards heaven, it is stable, warm and dry in the sun. While the water is yin. All right, so the mountain is yang and water is yin. So yin, that is horizontal and resting on the earth, all right, and it is fluid, moist and cool. All right, so these are the features of yin. All right, remember, water is yin and then mountain is yang, and these two poles, these two things are complementary to each other. All right, they are contrasting in nature. Now see, what does it say further? That the interaction of yin, all right, the interaction of yin, the receptive feminine aspect of universal energy. So this is a kind of universal energy, in their philosophical point of view. All right, in the form of, it is there in as a universal energy. All right, so, and it is feminine in nature. All right, do remember this thing, yin. Then, and its counterpart, that is the opposite one, which is complementary, yang, is active and masculine. That means mountain represents yang, all right, which is what? Which is active and masculine. Whereas yin, which is the water, and it represents the feminine aspect of universal energy. All right, so I hope this much is clear to you. So please do remember that this difference, all right, between the yin and yang is, of course, all right, a fundamental notion of Taoism. So this is what Taoism represents, all right, in Chinese philosophical part. What is often overlooked is an essential third element, that is the middle void, where the interaction takes place. Now there is also a reference about middle void. All right, what it says here, that is middle void. Now what does it say? That it is the interaction, all right, interaction between the two earlier parts, that is yin and yang, that we studied. So when these two things interact, the point where they interact, that point is here referred to as the middle void. All right, third element, and this is being referred to as the third element. So first element that we got is the yang, which represents mountain, all right, and the second thing, that is yin, and the third element is the middle void, where the interaction between yin and yang takes place. This can be compared with the yogic practice of pranayama. Now here when you say this word, it is pranayama or pranayam as we say. So middle void, that means it represents pranayam. So you must have heard about pranayam, all right, different various kinds of pranayam. So pranayam is all about process of breathing and nothing else. All right, when you inhale then exhale, the breathing process. So pranayam is all about the process of inhaling and exhaling. All right, so breathe in, that is what it says, pranayam, that is we do breathe in, retain, breathe out. The suspension of breath is the void where meditation occurs. Now this is what we say, all right, when we do meditation and all right, meditation, pranayam, all right, these are all kind of fall in the similar category, they fall in the same category. So the middle void is essential. So middle void is very much essential. Why? Because breathing is a natural process, and without breathing, be it inhaling or exhaling, nothing on this earth, nothing on this planet can exist. If we look around, what we see, even the animals, birds, isn't it? Everything, whether it's whatever kind of animals, be it social animals, wild animals, whatever it is. So the whole process of life, existing life, depends on this middle void, that is pranayam, that is meditation, whatever you say it. Alright, the middle void that it refers here. So whole process of existence of life, that is depending on this process of middle void, because life can't be there. We can't exist without breathing, without the process of breathing, without inhaling, without exhaling. Alright, just think, can we really exist without the middle void, that is without the breathing process? Alright, so that is what it says, that nothing can happen without it. Why? Because every form of life, on this planet, on this earth, is sustaining based on this middle void only. Alright, so that's why it becomes very much, essential. Hence the importance of the white unpainted space in Chinese landscape. So whatever kind of painting, whatever kind of form of art, or you can say form of art, or painting, we see in the Chinese type of painting. Alright, that is the Chinese view of art. Whatever we see, that is relatable to what it says here about the middle void, about yin and yang. Alright, so these three elements, yin, yang, alright, and the middle void, these are very important. Nothing can happen, nothing can exist without these three elements, according to the Taoism view of the universe. Alright, so this Taoism view of the universe, this is a kind of philosophy, that is being propagated by Chinese people. Alright, according to their custom. It is this is what they say according to their custom and tradition. Next, see, this is also where man finds a fundamental role in that space between heaven and earth. Now we are living on this earth, alright. Now it is supposed to be said that we are living in hell, I guess. Obviously we are living in Kali Yuga. That means what? We are living in hell only. So it becomes the conduit of communication between poles of the universe, between heaven and earth. Heaven, when we say about heaven, heaven is up there, alright, and we are living just under it, alright, below heaven. So whatever the communication takes place between both the poles of the universe, here both the poles refers to heaven and earth. So when these two poles, when these two things communicate, that point, alright, that communicating part, that is very important. He becomes the conduit of communication between both poles of the universe. Alright, he, that means here it refers to men, human beings. Alright, so his presence is essential. Presence of human beings, human existence is very essential. Even if it's only suggested, far from being lost or oppressed by the lofty peaks, oppressed by whatever things, whatever bad things. He is in Francois Cheng's wonderful expression, the eye of the landscape. The landscape can be viewed, it can be observed only from the eyes of human beings. That is what it says, the eye of the landscape. Now who is being referred to as the eye of the landscape? That is men, human beings. Alright, and human beings becomes the interacting part. He becomes the interacting point of both heaven and earth. Alright, so that is what it says about this landscape of the soul. So this is an excerpt. Excerpt means a portion which is taken from Landscape of the Soul, Ethics and Spirituality in Chinese Painting. Slightly, this one is an edited version. Alright, that is what it says, that's slightly edited. Alright, next below you will see box where some informations are given, getting inside outsider art. So I think you try to go through it by yourself once. All right, if you find it difficult, then we will do it in the next class. All right, we will continue with this next class. It's about outsider art. Try to understand, please go through this once. All right, try to grab some kind of idea what it is about outsider art. You will definitely be able to get some kind of idea what it is about. All right, so for today, let's stop our class here. Since the chapter is completed, you will definitely be getting your notes and all very soon. All right, so for today, let's wind up, and hope you all are doing well, and please take care and have a great day ahead. Thank you.